Juan. Yo, what's going on, everyone? This is Ace, and I'm along here with,
Blu-ray games.
And I Ultimate Gamer.
and me and Ultimate Gamer are going to be playing some GTA 5 while we bring you guys our Random Talks episode number 5, I believe. 5, right? 5?
4.
4.
Fucking A. Okay, 4. Alright, well, me and Blu-ray and Ultimate Gamer are going to be bringing you guys Random Talks episode 4, and we couldn't have a nerdy guy do it because he's at a friend's house or whatnot, and he wasn't able to do it yesterday, and neither was Blu-ray, so it'll just be the three of us, and hopefully it'll be us again, and including some other people, or including a special guest of Random Talks episode number 5. So without further ado, let's get started. Blu-ray, you're gonna go first.
Alright, so, the Order 1886 came out, I believe, last week, if I'm not correct.
Yeah.
It's been a week, yeah.
Okay, so, a lot of people are shitting on the game because it's, super short or whatever, I don't know. But in reality,
really
yeah, I heard it's pretty good, not, the best, 10 out of 10, not better than The Last of Us or something like that. But it's, I heard it's pretty good, but, a lot of people are talking smack saying, 5 hours is too short, but if you really think about it, you're not gonna buy a brand new game and try to finish it within that day you just got the game,
Mm-hmm.
So, I mean, it's just this whole 5 hour thing is kind of bullshit because I don't think time should really matter that much when it comes to a game. If you really enjoy the game, then time shouldn't, really be an issue. However, Metal Gear Solid 5 Ground Zeroes was kind of short, so that particular game I have an issue with. But other than that, I mean, time shouldn't really matter. I mean, if it's an hour or two, then I would understand that,
Yeah.
But if it's more than 2 hours of gameplay, then I don't see what's there to complain about. So, what do you guys think about that? The whole 5 hour
I agree with you.
bullshit.
I mean, if the game's good, why bitch about the time length? I guess some people were also bitching about The Walking Dead. I was watching some gameplay before, and people were bitching about, because it was chapter 1 or whatever, and you know how long a fucking chapter is, almost an hour and a half, an hour, and
Yeah.
in the comments, people were bitching, oh, my little kid brother could finish this shit faster than you, and he's fucking 9 or whatever the fuck. And then it's some people gotta understand that most of the game is just fucking dialogue. It's not fucking, it's not hashing, fucking action and all that shit. It's dialogue, and I mean, you can't rush the game any more than it can go, I guess, if you will. You can't fucking make it go any faster, as if speed run, as if you were playing fucking Assassin's Creed or some shit like that, you know what I mean?
Right.
And I loved The Walking Dead. It was an amazing ass game. I mean, yeah, I agree with you, Blu-ray. Time shouldn't matter.
Yeah, I forgot to mention about The Walking Dead. That pretty much, I won't let it slide because, it, basically, they would release an episode, I don't know, a month or so. So, I don't know. I don't really have a problem with the time length there because it really depends on how you play it. How long you put into that particular episode.
Yeah.
So, yeah. It's just that's basically my point because it's not, why
Jake,
focus
stop.
on the time when, you could just use that time to at least enjoy the game, take your time, enjoy it. Because if you really think about it, no one's gonna want to buy a game brand spanking new day one, and then just have the mindset to be oh, I'm in it today, and that's pretty much a waste of money there.
Yeah. If it was me, I would take the time to enjoy the game and shit, even with The Walking Dead, you had to wait for chapters to come out. When I was in season 2, I didn't want to fucking, finish. I didn't want to finish the whole shit in an hour and 30 minutes, or whatever the fuck, ever long the chapter was. I wanted to finish it. I guess I wanted to finish it so I had time to, I guess, enjoy it, as well as like not have to wait a long ass time for another fucking chapter to come out. But it took a chapter, what, a month to come out or some shit like that?
Yeah, a month or two.
I mean, I obviously I'm not gonna fucking not finish a 1 hour long game in a month. Like, I'm obviously gonna finish it in 3 days or whatever, like, you know, by however many segments I'm playing the game as. I'm not gonna fucking play 5 minutes of the game each day. That's stupid and boring, you know? But I understand where you're coming from. Like, I mean, I guess I played it and I enjoyed it, you know?
Yeah.
So I'm not gonna bitch about time length and all that. If I enjoyed the game, then yeah, I'll like, you know? Like, Infamous Second Son was, like, in my opinion, it was short as fuck. But I enjoyed the game throughout. Plus, you could play it as evil, you know? It's basically the same shit, but I enjoyed the game.
Yeah,
Like, I would have
for me-
appreciated it if it was a little bit longer, but I still enjoyed the game. The game was, like, beautifully made, graphically, like, awesome graphics, amazing graphics, you know? Just beautiful art. Even fucking, what is it, First Light. First Light was short, but I really loved it. Like, holy fuck, that game was amazing.
Yeah, I mean, cause for me personally, like even if I beat the game, I would go after the trophies. Cause that at least keeps me like
Continuing to
entertained.
play it, yeah.
Yeah, you know, cause if you really think about it, when you like finish a game, you pretty much don't really want to do any. You don't want to continue playing it. You just like, oh, I beat the game, done. You just put it in the shelf or fucking sell it and never play it again.
Yeah. Well,
I
you
mean,
fucking
like,
saw
most
me when I bought Infamous Second Son. I was playing it for like
Yeah.
7 hours a day straight, or not 7 hours, but like 4 hours a day straight. You know, I fucking finished
You
it in
almost-
2 days.
Yeah, you like played it almost to like 2 or 3 in the morning.
Cause that's how
Last
fucking
time.
addicting it was. Sucker Punch did an amazing ass job on that game. It was
They
so
did.
addicting. You're like, dude, you know it's 2 in the morning. I'm like, holy fuck. Fuck. Alright, continue. Sorry for interrupting, but just wanted to put that out there.
So yeah, I mean like, I mean even back then, like during the PlayStation 2 era or whatnot, there's like unlockable shits that you could do, like that can unlock in the game.
Yeah, like trophies and shit.
Well, not there was no trophies on the PlayStation 2 or Xbox era.
Oh, okay. I just
It was just like you
Yeah,
unlock
I guess.
costumes or modes and whatnot.
I fucked our health over.
Yeah. But even then, I mean, in video games, they at least have something where you could be entertained, you know? I mean, if you're not a
Well, you can
trophy
continue the
or a
game,
achievement
yeah.
hunter, you know, you can still play the game to unlock shit.
I think
I don't
for
know.
me I think for me personally about the Order 1886, it actually looks really really good. Now, I know this is the company that brought you the God of War series and all, but if you come to think of it, the Order 1886 is actually not worth 5 hours long, but if you really take time and consideration for the game, you can probably beat it in about 20 hours, depending on the difficulty setting. But I saw gameplay footage of the Order 1886, and all I can say is, my god, it's probably one of the most beautiful PlayStation 4 exclusives that I've ever seen that came out, and that's a bold statement. But, I mean, I can understand why people are wanting to buy a $60 product where 5 hours is not really a decent length for a campaign when the game has no multiplayer, even though they are making a sequel to Order 1886, and if they want to make the game really good, they should listen to their fans, and hopefully Santa Monica will be able to do something about it. But my point being is, the Order 1886 looks like a phenomenal game. I'm definitely going to pick it up, probably when prices drop, but yeah, I mean, I'll agree with Blu-ray and you guys about it. I mean, look at The Walking Dead, for example. It only took me like an hour, 2 hours to beat the chapter, but it was worth it because I took my time to enjoy the game while I can. And
Exactly.
I don't think gamers realize that games are not meant to be rushed in, like buy a $60 game, beat it in one sitting, and sell it to a gaming store or
Fuck.
lend it over to a friend. But that's not the case. I mean, the case really is, if you're wanting to buy a game and it looks interesting to you, then go right ahead and be my guest. But don't talk shit to the Order 1886 while it looks like a really good game. So my answer is Order 1886 looks like a really good game. I'm definitely gonna pick it up. It's one of the most beautiful visual games I've ever seen on the PlayStation 4 next to Infamous Second Son, like what Ace Cage said. So yeah, that's pretty much my answer. Order 1886 looks fucking good. Screw the reviewers. I don't care what anyone says.
Like, honestly, if you look at fucking The Last of Us, people are gonna bitch about that. I bitched about it. I wished it was a little bit longer, but that shit was like, I don't know, not 8 hours. That shit was long. In my opinion, that shit was fucking long.
It was long.
But
Yeah,
I
same
just,
here.
I guess it was because of the fucking cliffhanger, you know, when Joel lies to Ellie. It was like, what the fuck, man? I wanted,
Exactly.
I wanted it to be longer. I wanted to, I guess I wanted to keep on enjoying it. And I guess I can kind of see that's kind of where multiplayer comes in, because you can, you know, play with friends and continue on enjoying it from that perspective, I guess. But it's like, the story is where it kind of is. Like, not with all games, obviously. Like, nobody fucking plays Call of Duty for the campaign. I mean, not
Exactly.
almost like nobody plays it for the fucking campaign. I mean, I played it just to have something to fucking record, but still, you know what I mean?
Mm-hmm. I agree.
I mean, but people are always gonna bitch about something. If we're gonna be honest here.
Yep, pretty much.
But I mean, I've
Not
seen
enough
gameplay
water.
and shit of it, and I guess it. I mean, it looks pretty good. I mean, like Jake said, I'm planning on getting it when prices drop. So I'm not gonna rush into it. I'm not gonna pay no goddamn $60 for fucking, you know, for that short amount of. Shot him in the dick for that short amount of time, I guess.
Yep.
But
Anyway, that's
yeah.
my topic. So it's yours, Ultimate Gamer.
Well, first and foremost, excellent topic, by the way. That's kind of something we all need to get off our chest. My topic is something that a lot of people have been discussing, like the past year or so. I don't know about you guys, but I want to be able to talk about Vine videos. Now, I think 2013 and 2014 was like the biggest trend for Vine videos, and either they're really good, creative,
They're really
or just
fucking stupid.
yeah, exactly.
And unfunny.
Either they're good, stupid, or just creative. But my question for you guys is, what do you think of Vine videos, and do you think some of them are somewhat overrated, or do you think it's slowly dying as of the last 2 years? But for me personally, I don't really care about Vine videos as much anymore. I mean, I'll watch them on a daily basis, but most of them are just uninspired in my personal opinion. So I want to ask you guys, what do you think of Vine videos, and how do you feel about this situation?
Okay, I guess
Who
I'll
wants to go
start
first?
off.
Okay.
Fuck, Jake, we need a semi. Anyways, in my opinion, they're, yeah, I guess I agree with you on that. Some of them are fucking overrated as fuck. Like, there's this girl that's fucking just a complete whore on Vine, and, like, her videos are not funny at all. And she got famous, like, she was on one of Marlon Wayne's, I forgot the name of it, but I think it's, like, Let's Get Funny or some shit like that, where he got, like, the best comedians in, I guess, America or some shit like that. And
Yeah,
Yeah,
I think I heard about that.
yeah, I
heard
watched
about it,
it and
too.
it was like really good, but some of the people were fucking stupid. Like, it was, some of them were not funny. And like this girl, she was a special guest on it, and she was you know, like as if she was famous, but I mean her vines are fucking stupid. And I mean, but some of them like I guess rarely now, because I guess I matured over the last 2 years. Like, they rarely make me laugh, but there's some of them, like there's this one where there's a kid, he's sitting on the floor and his brother's like, Isaiah, what's on your face? And he's like, a sticker, and he had a fucking like a pad on his fucking face. That shit was fucking funny. Like, that shit had me dying. Funny as shit. He said it in like the most innocent voice, and I was just thinking, Isaiah, what's in your ear? He pulls out a fucking tampon, an earplug. Like, holy fuck. Oh my god. But yeah, some of them are like very overrated. Jake, I'm stealing a semi, just so you know.
Okay.
And yeah, I mean, I guess that's what my generation, I guess, like, you know, teenagers are. I mean, I guess some of them are made by adults, by young adults, whatever. But I guess that's what my generation has fucking come to, which is Vine. So, yeah. Jake, I'm gonna pick you up, okay?
All right.
And
For
yeah,
me
that's
personally, oh, you're done.
yeah.
For me personally, I'm not really like all into Vine. Like I don't watch a whole lot of Vine videos, well, compared to YouTube, you know, because
Yeah.
Vine is like only like what 6 seconds long or something.
Yeah.
7 seconds. Yeah.
Yeah. But I mean, the only way I would watch like a Vine video would be through Ace, because you know he sometimes watches a lot. It's really funny. So, to be
Blu-ray,
able to be.
you're like cracking up. Your mic is like cracking.
What do you mean?
Like you kept like static, and we didn't hear like the last few words you said.
No. Yeah, hear me.
Like we can't really hear you at the moment.
I was just saying like how like most Vine videos are pretty funny, but most of them are just stupid. You know,
Yeah.
like they're not really funny. Like I'll give you an example. Like it'll be like a video or whatever, like just two people, and then you just all they're doing just saying hi, and that's it. You know, it's like the fuck is this supposed to be funny or what am I missing? You know.
Yeah.
But I don't know if I would say dying, because you know we got a bunch of our generation is kind of I would say stupid, I guess. You know, like, there's always something trending, you know, and a lot of people are gonna be talking about it and whatnot.
Yeah.
You know, like I believe the whole 22 Jump Street Vine or whatever was going on, the Jeff bullshit, like that was trending. A lot of people on Vine were trying to copy that shit, and that's like uncreative there. If you're just copying off of other people, you know.
Yeah.
But I mean, to me, I don't really give a shit about Vine. You know, it's dying. If it's not dying, it is what it is. You know. So, yeah, that's pretty much how I feel about Vine, you know. I just don't really care, you know.
Yeah, I understand.
Yeah, is that it for your topic?
It is.
You want to go for it, Ace?
Fuck that. I'm just kidding. What's your favorite food? I don't really have a fucking question.
Mine would just be spaghetti.
Mine would probably have to be pupusas. And if you guys aren't familiar with that, it's like an El Salvadoreño food. Where me and Blu-ray are kind of like, our parents are from El Salvador in a way, I guess, or descendants of, you know, parents from El Salvador. And pupusas, I mean, they're kind of like, it's like a pancake, but it's not a pancake, but it's like a pancake that's like filled with cheese in a way, I guess, or you know, cheese and chicken and shit like that. And it's just probably like the most delicious thing ever.
They're the bomb. I haven't had them since last year.
Fuck.
That sounds really good. I think for me, my favorite food is a cross between pizza or steak.
Oh yeah, steak's good.
You know yourself if you like pupusas.
Huh.
Yeah. Like, I'm more like into spaghettis, because I don't know, I just love spaghettis, and I also like pupusas as well. Yeah. Like, if I ever fucking like, you know, I don't know, like if I somehow manage to like rent out an apartment or whatever and start a family, I'm gonna be having like fucking spaghetti Tuesdays or some shit like that.
Sounds like a
I,
plan.
I just fucking love spaghetti. It's my thing. I mean, like, to me, it has to have meatballs. That's the number one thing for spaghettis. It has to have meatballs. If it's just the noodles and you just put in the tomato sauce, it's not really spaghetti for me.
Yeah.
Because originally my stepmom was doing that. It's just putting just put in the noodles and whatnot, and then just put the tomato sauce all over, and that's it. And it's like, this is not the same. But yeah. Is that it for your topic?
Yep.
Easy.
Shit. Oh yeah, I totally forgot what I was gonna say, but then I just remembered it. So, Batman Arkham Knight is the first Batman to be rated M for mature.
Oh yeah, I saw that.
I posted that on Instagram yesterday.
Yeah, like a lot of people are like getting excited over that. That this is like I get it's the excitement that this is like the first ever Batman game to be rated M for mature. To me, I don't see how it would be any different if they slap on the rated M for mature. Because with Halo, it's rated M for mature for blood, violence, and language. That's pretty much more of a rated T game if you really think about it.
Pretty much.
But with Batman Arkham Knight, it's just blood, violence, language, and that's pretty much it. You know, it could have been a rated T for teen game, but maybe there's gonna be certain parts within the game that's gonna be considered disturbing. But it's not like it's gonna be gory, like blood and gore disturbing or anything like that.
Maybe if America wasn't filled with a bunch of pussies.
So, I mean, to me, like, I'm looking forward to Arkham Knight. I mean, I'm not, like, super excited like most people. Because, I mean, I do like Batman Arkham Asylum and City. But I'm just not really that hyped up like most people are. Because, they're like, oh, this is going to be the best Batman game ever. This is going to be straight out the best because it's rated M for mature now and whatnot. But... yeah, I mean, like, what do you guys think about the whole that Batman Arkham Knight is, rated M for mature now? I mean, like, do you think it'll be, like, any different from any of the previous Batman games?
In my opinion, you want to go first?
I'll go.
Okay.
Well, Batman Arkham Knight, I know it's the first Arkham game to become rated mature game, but if you look at it carefully, Rockstar made a statement saying that they didn't want to water down the violence in the game, and I think they're putting it as rated mature because they're probably going to do something prioritizing to the comics, so maybe we'll eventually see something that's a bit graphic that none of the other Arkham games have in the past for City, Origins, and Asylum, which are all fantastic games, by the way, if you're a DC fan. But anyway, I'm not as super hyped like Blu-ray says about Batman Arkham Knight. I will definitely be playing the game, even though I rather loved Arkham City more than Asylum, which I'm probably gonna get a lot of hate for that, but I don't care, it's my opinion. But I think for me personally, Batman Arkham Knight is one of those games where either you're highly anticipated, like, oh my god, I'm gonna go buy this game right now and I'm gonna do absolutely nothing playing this game, to yeah, this game flew off the radar anticipation, then all of a sudden it's gonna be like reviews are gonna go downhill, kind of like what they did for Watch Dogs and The Order 1886. So my answer is pretty much means if Rocksteady can pull off a miracle like what Asylum City did, I'm pretty sure Arkham Knight will get really good scores no matter what they say. I'm looking forward to playing the game, but I'm not super hyped for the game like Blu-ray said. So yeah, that's pretty much my answer. I mean, I will buy Arkham Knight once prices drop. I'm just not really a big fan of the whole, Gotham universe, even though if anyone's a fan of Gotham, Joker's announced, hell yeah. But yeah, that's my answer.
What about you, Ace?
Fuck it. Honestly, a rating's not gonna make a fucking difference in purchases and fucking who plays it. You know what I mean? Like, look at Grand Theft Auto. That's just rated fucking M for mature. Might as well make that shit rated E for everyone, because fucking little kids obviously fucking play it. And
true.
it's like, what the fuck is the rating? We shouldn't even have ratings. This generation is so fucked that we don't need ratings. Like, who gives a fuck? All these little kids are fucking cussing and calling my mom a bitch and all this shit. Like, over fucking multiplayer and Call of Duty. It's like, well, fuck, where are your parents at? Like, I'm old enough to know right from wrong, so I can cuss all I fucking want, you know what I mean?
Yeah.
But it's like, I mean, I guess, I don't know, it could be a little bit different, like, considering more gory and, like, I guess language, as you guys have stated. And
Well,
shit
not
like
really
that.
gory, but just more disturbing because of Scarecrow.
What the fuck does a scarecrow have to do with anything?
He's the main villain in Arkham Knight.
Oh, whatever. But yeah, it's like, honestly, it's not gonna make much of a difference. I mean, little kids are already seeing fucking dicks and vagina. What's gonna be more scarier than that to them? Like fucking 12-year-olds on my newsfeed on Facebook already having sex and shit, like doing meth. Like, I'm not even fucking joking. Like, what kind of shit is this? Like, where are their fucking parents? I mean, I honestly, I know that you, like, in some places, preferably always fucking GameStop, you need ID to purchase an M-rated game, but it's like, kids are gonna get it other ways, you know what I mean? Like Amazon, whatever, for example, you can get that shit off Amazon. They don't ask for ID.
That's true.
Well, it's more like they get it from their parents, and their parents like.
Well, obviously they don't have a fucking credit card, but still, it's like, a rating isn't gonna make a difference in anything, in my opinion.
Yeah, I mean, to me, like this the reason why, like, you know, when you look at the game and they have a rating system and it tells you why it's rated that way. Like, you know, it's Mortal Kombat X or whatever. It's rated M for mature, for blood and gore. Like,
Yeah.
to me, with Arkham Knight, I don't really see how that could get in. Even it has to language previous Arkham games, you know.
Yeah.
I mean, it's not strong language like compared to GTA, where you hear the phrase "fuck you, you fucking piece of shit." Well, I would imagine Arkham Knight would be just more like oh, you're oh shit, you know.
Yeah.
Like, those are the only phrases you will hear. You know, you won't hear fuck or anything like that. So I mean, I I don't know. I mean, like, just the fact that that is rated M for mature for blood and language, it just doesn't really, you know, when the previous Arkham games was rated T for T and it had blood and language.
Yeah.
I don't know. Maybe, like I said, maybe because it could be that the fact there's gonna be certain images that will be considered disturbing, because I would imagine that, because Scarecrow, he just fucks with your head. So I would imagine you're gonna be seeing disturbing images and shit.
Yeah.
So, I don't know. But yeah.
Is that it for your topic?
Yeah.
Alright. For my topic, I'm pretty sure everyone can relate to this, and I'm sure a lot of people are gonna get butthurt when they see this, but another thing that needs to get off my chest, and I think everyone can agree, that is the character models for video games. Now, I don't have a problem with...
Me too.
I don't have
Sorry.
Yeah. I don't have a problem with characters changing over time, but if people bitch about it because they want to go back to the original character design. I mean, look at Nathan Drake from the Uncharted series. If you look at him from 1 and 2, he was a young motherfucker, but as he progresses on 3 and 4, he starts to get old and he's not the same as he used to be, and people are bitching about it because, you know, they either don't appreciate the company's design of the character, or they just like to think that the evolution of a character is not really worth considering, you know, buying the product. So my question for you guys is, what do you think of the evolution of characters being changed from game 1 all the way up to like game 5, for instance? Like with me, I really enjoy the model of Lara Croft from Tomb Raider. I think it was simply the best reincarnation of Lara Croft I've ever seen, and Square Enix has done a really good job making her as a beautiful character, in my personal opinion. But I mean, if you look at also like at Solid Snake from Ground Zeroes, you can tell he's becoming really old, and you know, David Hather, who was the original voice actor from Solid Snake, is no longer going to be in Phantom Pain, which kind of sucks. But it's just how gaming is. We're in the eighth generation of console gaming, and people need to start appreciating the companies and actually give them the amount of respect they deserve. So, my question for you, Ace Cage and Blu-ray Games, is how do you feel about characters developing, changing over time, and what do you think your point of views are for this topic?
Sooner or later, I'll be able to fuck them.
Good
Like
answer.
fucking Japan's going crazy with their games. Like on Facebook, you see all this crazy ass shit. Like holy fuck. And then there's this other really cool thing that I tagged Blu-ray in on Facebook, and it was like, you wear these like goggles of some sort, and then you like stand in like this little circular thing, and it feels like you're in the game itself, and it's just really trippy, but like really awesome and probably fucking hell of expensive.
Yep.
Yeah.
Like that would have been kind of cool. I guess kind of cool to do, but imagine how much money that's gonna be. It was crazy. Like holy fuck. And then Japan coming out with this fucking like weird ass fucking Japanese game where like you're in some schoolgirl's room or some shit like that. It's all just fucking weird. But I mean, sooner or later, like no lie, these games are gonna get so like amazing and so just like holy fuck.
I just hope we don't lose control. 'Cause I don't want to be playing a video game with just using my body.
Yeah, that's true.
But to basically answer your question, Ultimate Gamer, I don't mind character getting older. I think that's the whole point. You know, like if it's a sequel to a game, obviously the character and it's like let's say like 2 years later or 5 years later or whatnot. Obviously the character is gonna have to look different, like older wise. But let's say if it's I don't
Ezio.
know. Let's go with Ezio or whatnot, because I can't really think of a perfect. But let's say it's Ezio, right? We know how he looks like, and when we saw how he looked when he was older. But let's say they make another Assassin's Creed game involving Ezio, and they completely change the way he looks. I mean, if he doesn't even look older, he doesn't look younger or anything like that. Completely different face, different hairstyle. Doesn't even act like like the Ezio we know. Then I would understand to complain. Like they totally fucked over this character's personality and the way they look.
Hmm.
But as in when they're getting older, I don't see what's there to complain about. Like with the hairstyle and I don't really see there's like to me if they're getting older and they're if they have like a different hairstyle, then I don't see what's there to complain. I mean like when DMC was like announced, like the reboot,
Yeah.
a lot of people did not like Dante's new look. Like I'm not even sure at that time that game was even considered Devil May Cry 5, but when I saw the video, it got a shit ton of dislikes because a lot of people were like, "No, this is not Dante." I miss his long white emo hair. He looks like an emo with that black hair and whatnot. But
Yeah.
I mean, I can't really say much about that game, because I'm not a huge Devil May Cry fan, but playing the reboot and then seeing some gameplay of the first one, they're very different.
Oh yeah, every Devil May Cry game is different because the DMC Devil May Cry is a reboot to the original game on PS2.
Yeah, but like the final boss was Mundus or something like that.
Virgil.
Not one, yeah, Virgil, but the main threat of the entire game.
Of DMC, yeah, is Mundus.
Yeah, because the first one you fight him, and in the reboot you fight him, but the way it was part of the fighting or just the whole game.
Mm-hmm.
But yeah, like if the kid's getting old, you're gonna have to expect that because you can't expect them to not forever. Because like when she was announced and they showed off her, a lot of people were hating on her design. Like, oh, she's all old and ugly. Why would they do that? Is like, it's great, but obviously she's older. And you have to expect that. You can't expect her to stay young forever.
Exactly.
But yeah, that's basically how I feel about when characters age in a video game. Like to me, I think they should age. Like depending on the game itself, like, if it's a ongoing franchise, you would have to expect the character to age. But if it's like a Mario game, then obviously you can't expect Mario to be fucking like a
20?
grandpa or some shit like that, because
Yeah.
it's not like a fucking franchise that goes on, you know, like a serious franchise.
Right.
Yeah. So that's, it for your
so
topic,
that's your
or
answer.
yeah, that's my
Yeah.
answer.
Well, yeah. I want to know if Ace Cage has an answer for that, or he can go to his topic.
Wait, I thought I answered.
Well, you went off with about other video games and whatnot.
Oh, what was the question?
How do you feel about the evolution of a character's appearance when they
Oh.
look and yeah?
Well, I guess that could be a good thing, but that can also be a bad thing for, like, I guess some games, like Blu-ray said, what the fuck is Mario gonna do on his fat ass when he's a grandpa, honestly? Like, he won't be able to jump as high as he can now. But in a good way, it can probably be pretty good. Like, I guess if you take Infamous Second Son, how do you think Dawson Rowe would be and look if he was like 5 years older? Like, what if his powers as well could have greatly increased, as in, you know, the strength of the power and the shit that he could do, you know what I mean?
Yeah.
So I mean, in my opinion, it could be good and it could be bad. Like, I mean, they're not gonna fucking play, you're not gonna play games where they're old as shit. I mean, like, take The Last of Us for example. Joel wasn't old as shit. I mean, he was old, yeah, but he was badass. I mean, there was no doubt about that. But I mean, I guess you can't really. It's not. In my opinion, it won't be as fun as it would be if like you were all like older. Like, I guess, you know, an elder person. Like, for an Assassin's Creed game, it's not as much realistic if you're an elder person. Like, you're gonna fucking be climbing buildings and shit when you're like 60, 70 years old.
I don't know. I agree.
Like, honestly, I mean, I kind of don't see them doing that in a way. I mean, that's probably why they, you know, Assassin's Creed, they changed up their characters so much, because they don't want to age the characters, I guess. But I mean, sometimes
Exactly.
aging them is good. Like, I mean, if you play like The Walking Dead, for example, they aged Clementine. Not a big difference, but she was aged, you know. But I mean, it's either like, yeah, some things you couldn't do as Clementine in season 2 that you could in season 1, like fit in small spaces and shit like that. But it was like, I mean, it was cool to see her as an older chick, you know.
Yeah.
It's like you kind of grow up with them in a way.
Yep.
So what is your topic, Ace Cage?
Oh, that's it for me. I'm gonna have to go in a bit.
Okay.
So if anything, we can end the video here, just to have it uploaded tonight, because we promised everybody, you know, Random Talks video would be uploaded on Fridays.
Alrighty.
Alright, guys, well, thank you guys for watching. Hopefully you guys enjoyed that. If you guys have any topics, feel free to let us know on in the comment box on one of our channels or on our Instagram pages. If anything, you guys have anything to add?
Nothing in my mind.
Ultimate Gamer?
Just hope you guys enjoyed Random Talks, and like what Ace Cage says, if you have any questions about certain different topics, leave them down in the comments on YouTube, or comment them on Blu-rays, mine, and Ace Cage's Instagram accounts.
Alrighty, well, thank you guys for watching. This is Ace,
Blu-ray.
The Ultimate Gamer.
signing out.